In many other cases, we may also think of the right reaction, of the right influence, on the right facilitation, of the right assistance in crisis. Iraq is also a very special case, like every crisis, and also has something that belongs to others. The structure, three factions fighting now with different approaches, and I will try to answer now one of the questions that I was asked regarding Iraq. Iraq is similar to Bosnia-Herzegovina in terms of having three factions, but otherwise very different one. If you're looking at Iraq today, you will find Kurds on the north that used to live since 1991 in virtual independence, or de facto, if you want. Since 1991, Saddam Hussein's regime had very little in Kurdistan to do. Other two factions, you have Sunnis, Muslims in Baghdad and in the central part, and Shia that are majority in the south. All three have different approaches, different visions, and many of them claiming that in 1926, when modern Iraq was born, when British, well, until then Brits were colonial power there, that the state was artificially created. I don't know if it is the truth, but if we want to see the reconciliation on the ground and real prosperity on the ground, first of all, it must be found the environment and the way how three factions should sit together and resolve what they should resolve. To find, are there mutual interests, are there mutual points where they are yeah, thank you. When to find mutual interest and the points of mutual identity, mutual understanding, to see what to go and where to go. And of course, international mediation is very welcomed. But if the state is absolutely fully imposed, it is not going to be workable for a long run. But if the state is newly reshaped on the way that reflects the interest of all peoples, where they find that being together means being stronger, having stronger voice in international community, having stronger voice in trade, having a stronger voice toward their neighbors, having better opportunity for new life, then it will definitely be feasible. If they find not, I'm not quite sure where they are going. And the history of Bosnia-Herzegovina and the history of Iraq, obviously, even in recent years, are very different. Regarding Bosnia-Herzegovina, the question I was asked, I think it is obviously that the shape of the country is the federation. 3 constituent people have the arrangement, and so far that is workable, much more than feasible on the ground. We have also 3 different views on many things. We have 3 different views on what was happening in Bosnia. When one faction will say, this is the most important what happened, the second one will say, this one is more important, third one will say, this one is more important. But regarding Bosnia-Herzegovina, there is a difference, huge difference in comparison with Iraq, is the way how we lived before, and also the environment that we are prepared to go. Serbs continue to love Serbia. Croats continue to love Croatia. Also Muslims from Serbia, Bosniaks from Serbia also continue to love Sarajevo. But in European perspective of Bosnia-Herzegovina, all these things could be put together. And in a European perspective of the membership within the European Union, having free trade with the neighboring countries, and having a region far better organized than before, it really means quite different perspective and quite a different quality that is offered. If I would say something regarding lessons learned in Bosnia, I would also add something regarding Kosovo as well. We in Bosnia had, after the peace accords were signed in 1995, on 21st of November was the 11th anniversary, we had Office of the High Representative and High Representative of International Community who really had the power to mediate between sides and to be responsible for the implementation of the Dayton Peace Accords. In 1997, in December, at Bonn Conference, when the Peace Implementation Council met, at that time, High Representative got even more power, so-called bomb powers. And with bomb powers, he broke anything that was a violation of human rights, that was a possible breach in the Dayton Peace Accords, with pressure on sides to move together forward in the implementation of accords and to shape the state. At the same time, I may also say that in Bosnia-Herzegovina, after the war, when NATO troops, predominantly with others, were sent over there to my country, there was no sacred place almost touched by anybody, and very few incidents happened. If these powers were given to the United